Thank you to everyone who is watching this series, and thank you to all our new subscribers. I do a little dance for each of you. Towards the end of the video, I have some information about the costs of camping in Linyanti and some comments on the road conditions. We encountered Edward Bath with Jono at Linyanti, and Edward gave us some excellent advice about when and how to drive in thick sand. After a good time at Khawi Safari Grounds and some really excellent elephant interaction, we headed into Chobe via the Mabele Gate. Having travelled the road from Mabele to Savuti in 2022, we were well aware that depending on the rains, winds, time of month, time of day, the road choice was key, the options being the marsh road or the sand road. The National Parks crew at the Mabele Gate recommended the marsh road, so we took that.
So it's the 1st of August, it's, I don't know, almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it's 30 degrees, and the road from Savuti to Linyanti is crap. That's the road. This is me stepping down into the road and up onto the hump in the middle. So we've done one recovery so far, and this is the second. What's happening is we try to use the cruiser, but the back of the cruiser is bottoming out. Prada's got plenty of power, and the driver of the Prada is an excellent driver, but he hasn't got the clearance. So we've got Frans in his high clearance vehicle. So hopefully a 3-way tow is going to do it.
Since we don't want me to drive this. I mean, I can drive it, but not
yeah, no, that's
not some recovery mode.
no, that's too much to ask anyone who's never done it before. Gosh.
So what's the story now? Okay, Frans, you're going to go forward until the rope is tensioned, okay? Oh, you and I? I am. And we try and get out of this freaking sand pit here. Okay. And we'll see how it goes. Hopefully,
I should go. Let me go back to tighten the rope. So then, Frans and I will go together to the top.
okay. Okay, that should be a good idea.
Yesterday was quite a day. We entered Chobe at the Mabele Gate, and that was fine. And we took the marsh road, which was actually, in our opinion, one of the better roads we've actually driven in Botswana. It was quite deep sand, and there were undulations and that kind of thing. But our previous trip, which was a year and a bit ago, we used the sand road, and that was dreadful. So we got to Savuti, and we got a little bit turned around in terms of sort of just getting out of the actual Savuti area, and we ended up on the wrong road. The short route, which we were told was fine, actually wasn't fine. One of our party, Jorge and Bela, they're pulling a trailer, and we got stuck multiple times. Eventually we decided to ditch the trailer and make it to Linyanti, where we had booked for the night, which under other circumstances would have been absolutely beautiful. It's right on the river. We saw an incredible sunset. It's absolutely idyllic, it really is. The bathrooms are old, but they've recently been upgraded, so the showers are quite nicely tiled and everything like that, so that was actually quite a pleasant surprise. They have had some recent poaching activity. Nobody's quite sure of what happened, but the staff village was apparently raided a couple of weeks ago, so that would have been mid-July 2023. So when you do book, just check that. So now we have left Linyanti. We left very early. We actually ran into Edward Bath and Jono. For those of you who've watched any of my videos, I reference him quite often. I'm a big fan, and he gave us some advice in terms of the roads and what's best to do. So what we're doing now is we are exiting Chobe at the Goa Hills gate, and then we're going to head to a village called Mabele, where we may or may not get fuel. Last year, Rod and I noticed that they were building a garage there. We're not certain if it's operational yet, so we will see what we can see there.
Jorge and I had quite a chat with Edward Bath the previous evening. I may have mentioned more than once that I'm quite a fan, and along with the normal advice such as making sure that your tires are the correct pressure, etc., etc., he gave us some tips in terms of looking for petrol in a village if there isn't a petrol station, and he also said the best thing to do when driving deep, thick sand is to tackle it early in the morning when the sand is still very compact. After refueling at the Shell in Mabele, which has been there since 2018 by the way, we re-entered Chobe at the Goa Hills gate. The warden on duty would not let us in without paying again, so what could we do? We noticed that the road was being graded, and we encountered the grader on the way. To our relief, the trailer was intact, although the top of the jockey wheel had been chewed, probably by a passing hyena. We rescued the trailer and retraced our steps to the tar road at Mabele and on to Kasane. 350 kilometers of mostly dirt and mostly thick sand in one day is no joke. We were looking forward to a hot shower and a hot meal, perhaps at the Chobe Safari Lodge, but as we hadn't booked, we went and camped at the Chobe River campsite. The Chobe River campsite is fun, and they have a nice bar area. We spent a pleasant afternoon watching the Grand Prix, and we quite enjoyed their pizzas, although we did have most of the rest of our meals at the Old House restaurant in town, which was grand. I would recommend, if you want to stay somewhere specific in Kasane in July and August, which is absolute peak season, to book ahead. The 3rd of August was Tracy's birthday and our last day altogether, so we had a splendid river cruise and a boisterous farewell. Jorge and Bela were heading home to keep the economy going, and Tracy, Frans, Rod and I were heading into Zimbabwe to Mana Pools. Watch this space, we had so much fun with the elephants there.